Good evening, y'all. This is Spencer Keck with the Hillbilly Think Tank, and I am the educated hillbilly. That's not an oxymoron. Don't call me a moron. I'm coming at you live from here in Tunnel Hills, Kentucky, where we are dedicated to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Now, y'all, apparently it's really obvious now. This administration does not believe in the Bill of Rights. We've seen the First Amendment trampled upon. Today, reporter Don Lemon was arrested while he was at the Grammys reporting there. He is being arrested for going to report on some guys who decided to go into a church where the minister there was being paid by the Department of Homeland Security, ICE. He was one of their officers. And he was not an agitator. He was not part of the protest. He was merely there to report on the protest. But he's being arrested for engaging in these First Amendment activities. We already know the Second Amendment means nothing to the administration. They made that obvious when they murdered Alex Preddy, who wasn't even brandishing his concealed weapon, didn't even touch it, and it had been taken off of his person as he was pile drived, and then right after they took it off of his person, they executed him in the head and fired 9 more shots afterwards. So we can look at the whole first 10 amendments of the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, being violated one after another. First, second, fourth, you go on down the line of amendments that have been violated and cast aside in the name of this administration. So, what does that mean to us? Well, this is January 30th. We're coming up on February 1st. And from February 1st to the end of February, it's merely 28 days. I'm going to call this Freedom from Fascist February. So this Freedom from Fascist February means that I will not contribute to anything that we know Jeff Bezos has done to help facilitate this tyrannical dictator and this administration. So I am not going to use my beloved Alexa. I'm not going to use my beloved Amazon Prime, to include not watching videos on Prime. I'm not going to watch anything made by MGM Amazon. I am not going to listen to my favorite way to read books, which is to listen to them now on Audible. And that's going to suck because I drive round trip about 1.5 hours, 2 hours every day to my work site. And I listen to Audible. That's how I keep my brain going on the way to work and from work. But I'm not going to contribute to Jeff Bezos. He has contributed so much to this administration. He has been given, was it $23 million to Melania Trump for her movie? Just paid her. It's just incredible. The movie's a flop, and yet she still made a grift off of it. we can go on down the line how much money he's been giving to this administration, and how many of his products and services are being used by this administration. So this administration is helping out Jeff Bezos's monopoly, and he is helping their grift while taking away our Bill of Rights, inalienable rights. Well, they're trying to alienate us from our inalienable rights, and we have to put a stop to it. So again, I'm calling for fascist-free February. Hopefully there might be one or two of you who are interested in this. And I hope everyone can hear me. I just realized I was using the wrong microphone. So Steve, could you by chance hear what I was saying? If you don't mind, let me know. Hello, Ding. Hope you're having a great time off in the snow days there. And Steve says if they were in the Epstein files, they wouldn't have been touched. Yeah, I have to agree. Steve, if you're still online, if you could let me know if you could hear me, everything I said earlier. Oh, Steve said, yeah. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate that. So, and am I still, I turned on the different microphone, a better microphone. Can you all hear me better? Or is it just the same, Steve? All right. So I'm just calling on all of us. You know, here in Hardin County, we have so many wonderful small businesses that I can give my money to during this month, where I'm going to be free of everything that Jeff Bezos makes. So I don't need to buy any balderdash from that balding Bezos. I do need to help many, many businesses in Hardin County, and talking very close to me. So Elizabethtown, that's where I'm closest to in Tunnel Hills. We've got great businesses. We've got the X Arcade. Take my kids there. We've got brand new used bookstore right downtown, which is right attached to a used LP vinyl store right downtown. I can go down there and buy books from that used bookstore, used and new bookstore right downtown, just off the square in Elizabethtown. I can get LPs over there and help out the guy who owns the LP store. He is a veteran. He's U.S. Army vet. It's a whole family-owned business. His whole family works here. I can go help them. Just half a block away, on the square, is a running store I can go to. And I do go there because it's also veteran-owned, and they have great running shoes, hiking shoes, all the things that I like to do to stay in shape. They even got a running club, where on, let's see, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and I believe it's either Saturday. Yep, you can go get with them. And no matter if you're brand new and you're really just walking, or if you're running seriously, you can get involved in that club down there on the square in Elizabethtown. So those are local mom and pop joints. I'm going to start using a whole lot more. I don't need to buy all that. Right there on Amazon. They're also right off the square. There's a comic book store. Great place. Gives me military discount. As a teacher, I've been able to get comics there with military discount, teacher discount, stuff to get my students to read more. If I go over to the place where X Arcade is located, Juanito's Taco Shop over there. I can go over there and get some really good tacos. That's where Papal's Barbecue used to be. Man, I miss Papal's Barbecue, but I'm glad to see Juanito's is in both Radcliffe and Elizabethtown now. There's so many local places. You got Roses right over there. Get good stuff at a good price. I don't need to short them by using Amazon. When I want to get electronics, heck, we got plenty of places to do that. We even got a Best Buy here in Elizabethtown. I don't need to use Amazon. If I want to get gear for hunting, plenty of good shops to do that at here in this county. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do, because as you see right here, this is a Kentucky long rifle that's been handed down for generations in my family. And we have been using our Second Amendment rights to say no kings for years. That was used to come through the Cumberland Gap. That was used to fight the kings of England twice, Revolutionary War. If not then, if it wasn't made then, it was definitely used in the War of 1812 and other times. And it was also used by my family to go from North Carolina to Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, all along the way. That provided food for the family and helped us stay free of tyranny. So, yeah, I'll be using other Second Amendment spots in the county if I want to buy anything for my hunting and safety activities. So I will be free of any tyranny, and I will not support fascism for a full month. I'm going to do my best to wean myself of my favorite fascist, and that is Jeff Bezos. So yeah, it's going to hurt. It's going to be hard. Unplugging those speakers of Alexa before I've got the house, like I said in a previous podcast, that's going to be terrifying and tough, because I'm really lazy and like to use that no matter where I am to send messages to my team. But I've got to stop it. And I'll buy, I like buying books at bookstores anyway. So it won't be hard to quit buying books on Amazon. I'll buy them where I can actually put them on my hand and look at them and read them. So, all right, let's see what we got comments-wise. We got Jonathan saying, "What's up, fam?" All right. What is up, Jonathan? Got, like I say, Dane. Glad to see that you're having fun on the snow days we've had now for this full week. Steve, appreciate you helping me out. Let me know the sound was okay, hopefully. And I really, there's Steve's comment again that he first said, if they were in the Epstein files, they wouldn't have been touched. That's right. And so Steve says now, I've been saying First Amendment is our first option. If it's removed, we'll have to look at our second option, the Second Amendment. All right, Steve. Yep. Thanks for letting me know again that the sound is good. I was worried about that. I had to switch out my microphone and audio setups yesterday after that horrible reverb we were getting. All right, y'all. So again, if we make this Freedom from Fascism February, I'm calling on every single American that hears my voice, please. The only way to get the insanity to stop and to make sure that all of us have our rights intact, whether we are people that prefer the Second Amendment, or whether you're someone that prefers the First Amendment, or whether you're someone that understands all of our constitutional guarantees should be sacrosanct no matter what, then we all need to come together, regardless of our political affiliation, and say, enough is enough. We didn't need a king back in 1776. We don't need a king now. The only king that some people enjoy is Jesus Christ himself. Others have different names for their spiritual king. But, you know, I don't need a king on this earth. That's for sure. So I will not tolerate it. I believe in the power of the people. I believe in taking the power and giving it back to the people. And that's what I intend to do. So let's go on ahead and do that. All right, y'all. Please spread this message to the, four corners of the land. And again, here in Hardin County, Kentucky, we've got so many great little mom and pop establishments all over the place. I was just over at Peddler's Mall last night, going to the little supermercado over there, and I noticed that there's a brand new pool hall that has sprung up. I hadn't even noticed it. They got 4 pool tables in there. I can go play pool. Right now here in my man cave, I don't have a pool table set up as I had in previous places. I think it's time for me to go give that place some of my time, meet folks, hang out, have a good time. I noticed that besides having the great Mexican restaurant and Mexican grocery store over there, they've got a place to get my hair cut. You've got a great place for buying boots at a good price over there too. So again, more places to buy things without using Amazon. And there's even a new boot store opening up over in the area where we have the Starbucks and Liquor Barn and other restaurants. So Boot Barn's opening up over there. So, so many places we can go spend our money on local people, give local people the money that they need to reinvest right back in our community. We don't need to give it to the fascist, balding, baboon, Jeff Bezos. So enough said. Let's see. Coffee Cats, hey, welcome. Good to hear you. Again, we're calling for Freedom from Fascism February, and I'm hopefully going to talk people into boycotting Jeff Bezos. And you're saying for the people, by the people. There we go. That's all this is supposed to be about, right? So how do we go for the people, by the people? Well, we go out and we spend our money with the people that are local. And I've listed so many great establishments in the area. Guys, just get out. Everybody complained during COVID that they couldn't get out and they were stuck in their house. Well, let's don't stick ourselves in the house anymore by sitting on the couch and buying stuff on Amazon. Get out, take a stroll, go down to the square in Elizabethtown, stroll around. There's quite a few mom and pop shops down there that are just absolutely amazing, wonderful local people working there. We've got the same in Radcliffe. Cecilia, you've got little shops to go to. Same thing in Rineyville. So we don't need Bezos. This is just an illusion of necessity that does not exist. Not here. So let's get free from this tyranny. And the only way to do it is hit them where it hurts. That's their pocketbook. As soon as Jeff Bezos sees that we are fucking tired of the tyranny, he would rather keep his billionaire status, near trillionaire status, rather than sucking up to this wannabe king. I guarantee it. I guarantee you he will back off, just like ABC Disney did when we all canceled our Disney Plus accounts and said, fuck no, bring back our First Amendment rights and bring back Fallon. And it happened. Jimmy Kimmel. So we got Jimmy Kimmel back once we all made that easy decision to cancel our Disney Plus, which included Hulu and all those other things I liked watching. I haven't bothered going back to renew that subscription because I want them to remember what it meant when they screwed with my First Amendment rights. And it hurt them bad. Well, it'll hurt us more or be more discomforting. It's not really going to hurt us. It's just going to be a little uncomfortable not to have these conveniences of the monopoly of Jeff Bezos. But we can do it. Like I said, I need an intervention to do it. You know, it's going to be something that what? Am I just going to be spitting in the wind if I'm the only one having a Freedom from Fascism February? Or can we all get together and we say, hey, I'm not just going to be spitting into the wind and it's going to blow back on me. We'll all do it together. We'll have a gale force that will blow this fascism out of here. We could do it for something as small as our Disney Plus subscription. And we made them feel it. We can do it with Jeff Bezos. It's, you know, this is the shortest month of the year. That's why I'm choosing February. Take this shortest month of the year, make it count, hit them in the pocketbook, and push back. We know that our Congress has not done it for a full fucking year. So in fascist-free February, let's do it. All right? Please, y'all. I mean, for the sake, if we won't do it for the sake of ourselves, let's do it for the sake of our children. Let's do it for our nieces, our nephews, everyone else. All right, that's about all I have to say. Let me look at the last few comments before I tap out. So Steve said, man, wood grain on that rifle is beautiful, isn't it? I'll try to have it up here on the wall one of these days soon and get a whole view of it. This thing is almost as tall as I am, and I'm 6'4". I had a friend over last night. We were lifting it and thinking about how strong our ancestors had to be able to carry that full, long rifle, truly long rifle with a steel heavy barrel. Man, it's amazing. All right. What else? Steve also says, good message, but I got to drop off. Take care. Thank you so much, Steve, for being here. Thank you, Coffee Cats. Thank you, Ding. Again, Ding, I hope you're having a blast. Hope you got out there and made some snowmen, did some sledding in the snow, and had a really, really good time. Y'all, you know, it's all about freedom. That's all it is. It's all about our democracy, reclaiming it. Let's do it. Let's get back to what we are all about. So if you would, hit that like button and subscribe to this channel, right? Vote for me for here in Hardin County to be the magistrate in District 3. Remember, we are our brother's keeper. We are our sister's keeper. We love our neighbors as ourselves. That's just the best message in the world. Because in Kentucky, united we stand, divided we fall. Bless our corazón, which means bless our heart. Good night.